In your life, you might have heard one thing, that don't put the eggs in one basket. If you put the eggs in one basket, if something happen, it means an accident happened, then all the eggs will be broken. Same thing, if you put all your resources and all your efforts on one thing, definitely you may lose everything. Okay, so here I'm talking about the money. Okay, if you got a money as a salary or in wages or whatever the way you are earn, if you put the money on one area or you invest the money on one area and then something happen, you lost everything all for your amount. So that's why you need to diversify all your money in the different areas. Okay, so today on this video I will tell how can you invest your money in order to get a better rate of returns, in order to get something you want to achieve in your life. So before that, I just want to know that if you are a new customer or a new person in my video, just subscribe my channel. Okay, let's go to the investing part. As you know that everybody, wherever we are earning money, apart from the spending for our regular day-to-day activities or something that we want to purchase in your life, you have to invest the money for your future. Though there is a different products and services available in the market, but we don't are aware about what exactly things, and we just keep the money with our safe ideal. That's not give any kind of return. On one side, on the inflation is going rising and a higher rate, our money is not increase in such a rate, or the you can say the hike is not there as part of the inflations. So if you want to beat the inflation, if you want to invest something where you want to get the return and where you want to fulfill your goal in your life, you have to diversify your money. You have to invest your money on the product that's give you a better rate of returns. Okay, let's go to the something and we'll know about what are the different type of products where we can invest. The first and foremost thing where you can invest is fixed deposits. Okay, you know about the fixed deposits. I think everyone is aware about the fixed deposits, where you can open a deposits in a bank, right? Nowadays it's available online. You can open the deposits or you can open by going to your bank. Okay, so what is the meaning of a fixed deposits? Fixed deposits are where you are depositing money or a long sum of your amount for a particular period of time. For that you have to take an interest from a bank. And it may know that you can withdraw simultaneously from the bank itself. You have to deposit once for a longer period of time, and it may be the 2 or 3 years depend upon the deposits you choose, and you have to withdraw at once. Okay, it may be your premature withdrawal. It means that deposit have some maturity. If you want to premature withdraw, definitely you have to withdraw once only. Okay, for that there is an interest rate they have to give. The interest rate may be 6 to 7% and 8% depend upon the banks to bank. And yes, absolutely, whenever you are withdrawing money before the maturity, you have to pay a penalty. The penalty is the interest rate will be reduced from the exact interest rate that you got from the maturity rather than the interest rate that you got currently. Okay, so it means that 1% to 2% from the exact interest rate. Okay, that's all about the fixed deposits. So fixed deposits is basically to help you to for your long-term goals or whatever you want, and this is a liquidity where you can withdraw as many as time you can deposit or you can withdraw the money. Okay, that is, and there is a different variety of deposits are available in the market, in the bank. You can search and you can go to that. And it is also, there is some fixed deposits also. It's going for an you will have a tax saving. Okay, according to ATC you can tax in some fixed deposit, but there is some locking period. Locking period in the sense like you should have 2 years or 3 years of your deposits. You cannot withdraw any kind of money. Apart from that, you can withdraw after the 3 years. So that's the one thing about fixed deposits. Let's go to another product which help you to better return and better investment. That's none other than your PPF or PPF, provident fund. Okay, so as you know that provident fund is very much it's a kind of invest where you can invest your money for a different period of time. Okay, so there is a two type of provident fund we I can say. One is employee provident fund, another is public provident fund. As you know that employee provident fund, wherever you join, or it's maybe the company, it may be the government organization or the corporate, wherever you join, you must have a provident fund set up over there. Okay, so that where your employer has to deposit some amount of money, and you have to deposit something apart from the portion of your gross salary. That's called a provident fund. So it may be the 12% provided by the employer, it may be the 12% you have to give as an employee. Okay, that's the kind of provident fund you have to invest. So what is the benefit you will get from the investment from the public fund? So as you know that the provident fund is regulated by the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. Okay, so and as you know that there is EPF which is set up by your office or company, but there is a public provident fund which basically opened by you, by your designated bank. Okay, wherever you see in your bank, if you have online banking access or you have in banking, you can go to the bank and open a PPF. Okay, public provident fund. So what is the benefit you will get? You invest money. So first thing, you will get a return. Okay, and you will get a low risk. And generally this provident fund are helpful for the your long-term purpose. Okay, as you know that when you get retired from your company or your job, you need money as a pension, you need money something for your, and in case of your old age. So that's provident fund. It's better. Okay, this will help you. So it is guarantee a low risk in the sense that it doesn't it is regulated by the government. Okay, so that's why it's giving a low risk. Okay, if it is government with the private, in case something happens, so that's the government has the assurance that you can pay the money. Okay, so that's it's called as a low risk. Okay, and one thing that provident fund is always one thing that you have a low risk, and is also have a locking period of 15 years, and it is for the long-term purpose. Okay, so though it is giving a kind of low risk, and the liquidity is very less also. And why? Because in case of emergency you can withdraw. Okay, you cannot withdraw up to the certain things like anytime. So that's why the liquidity flow is very less. Okay, but at the same time it will be protective, and it will give a guarantee for your future. It give you a lot of money in case of your future. Okay, and I will say this is a very good plan to invest, and yeah, you will get a taxation rebate under Section 80C. Okay, so if you have a provident fund you invest, definitely you can show your in 80C, and you get a deduct on your taxable amount. Okay, so that is about the provident fund. And apart from that, you have like you will get approximately 7 to 8% of returns. Okay, and this is the return which is not a I mean, I say its interest is not taxable. Yes, the interest is not taxable. Okay, that is the very good things. So if you are investing in provident fund, the interest is not taxable. Okay, whatever the earning you got in provident fund, that's not a taxable, so it's good for you, right? So that is the one area of fixed income investment. Then another area I can say NPS. Okay, you heard about NPS, right? It's nothing but so if you ask me what exactly the full form of the NPS, okay, so I will tell the full form is National Pension Scheme. Okay, so name itself define the pension. Okay, so what exactly the pension? So definitely this kind of scheme will help you to provide a pension for your future. So where you heard about the government employee who used to get a GPS. Okay, nowadays you can use an NPS where you can get for the investment purpose, and where you can use for your tax saving purpose as well. Okay, so that's why NPS always help you to deduct provide certain person is also coming under 80C, where you can see as a taxable, help you can get rid of taxable income. Okay, so you can see if you want to invest in NPS, definitely you can open in any kind of bank. Okay, in online banking you can open. Okay, so there is a two tier, tier 1 and tier 2. So depend upon your choice. Tier 1 is basically tax saving and tier 2 is basically investment purpose. So apart from your choice, you can invest on the particular things. Okay, so that's all about the NPS, and NPS also helped you to beat the inflations. Okay, because the rate of return is more in NPS compared to other products which I told you. And NPS also, there is a things that it is also the interest is taxable and the risk is somewhat higher. Okay, so and it will help you to get an ATC tax rebate under ATC, and you can withdraw only in case of emergency. So that's only can you withdraw it. And sorry, it is tax free returns, not the interest is not taxable, it is tax free returns, but you can withdraw in case of only emergency, but you cannot withdraw anytime. That is the best thing, and that is the only one thing that you have to taken care of. Okay, that's the only negative part I can say for the some of the people, but yes, it's give a tax free return and it will help you to beat the inflations, and you can open the NPS anywhere, any kind of bank wherever you want to. Okay, so that's all about NPS. Then we'll go to the another one that's called a mutual fund. So as you know that mutual fund is one of the type of investment where you can invest your money. Okay, so what exactly the mutual fund? So in a mutual fund, nothing, it's a fund which is which is regulated by the mutual fund, which is regulated by the by SEBI. We know that the stock market regulator. Okay, Security Exchange Board of India. Okay, so mutual fund is kind of similar to the NPS, where your money where your money is invested in equity and debt products. Okay, so like in NPS, if you see whatever you invest your money on NPS, that money has to be invested on equity and debt products. That's why the chance of risk is more. Okay, but in mutual fund you have one option that your money is diversified. You have an option that you can invest your money in different product as per your wish. Okay, if you want to invest in equity, if you can go invest in equity. If you want to invest in debt, you can go and invest in debt, or if you want to invest in both hybrid, then you can invest in both. Okay, but equity, what happen if you want to invest in equity, the return is more, but at the same time you have a more risk. At the same time, if you are investing in debt, the return is less compared to equity, and the chance of security is more because you invest in the government securities, in corporate bond, GSEC, which is nothing but the government security. So in case of anything happen, there is a backup of the government to pay you back. Okay, so that's a very good thing of it. So according to your choice, so if you are a small investor, if you're going for an SIP, then to go for and debt. If you are long term, if you want to long some money, then go for equity as per my choice. Okay, that is very much important. You have to know for the NPS and the mutual fund. Okay, so normally it will get 8 to 14% of the things. Okay, so and it is basically a moderate risk. And yes, there is one thing that you are in mutual fund is all about ELSS. You heard about ELSS, right? Equity Link Saving Scheme. It means that there is an fund where you can invest it for your tax saving purpose. But if you want to invest tax saving purpose, then definitely you want to invest in ELSS, and that will help you to do one thing that there is a locking period also. You cannot withdraw that money in locking period. Okay, so that is the one disadvantages. But in a mutual fund where you invest your money, you can withdraw and deposit any kind of time. Okay, so these are all the things. Apart from that, you have one more thing that you have to remember: LIC. As you know that LIC is only for the protection. Many people know that the protection in case of your death or in case of someone die who was taken an LIC, the premium has to be paid for whatever the things that he has paid, or the sum assured was be paid at the time of death. But now the LIC is not only case of protections, it is also provide you another chance of investment as well. Okay, so I'll give you one example of LIC where you can invest your money. So there is one plan where you can invest your money is all about Jeevan Anand. Okay, so this Jeevan Anand plan is basically useful for the investment as well. Okay, it means that in case something happened, something wrong happened to you or your family or who has taken LIC, you also get a money, sum assured, whatever the premium you have paid and the sum assurance. Apart from that, on the maturity you also get the amount. If you leave also, you will get an amount. It means that it will provide an investment facility as well as the protection facility for your life. Okay, that's very much important, that you have to know and invest your money. Okay, so these are the all products that you can invest your money. Does not think about the spending money. It is also required to invest your money in a certain product that will have you good returns and that will help you to beat the inflations. So this video is all about that, all about the investment. I hope you like the video. If you like it, definitely go for and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for watching my video.